Hi guys, my name is Just Visser, and in today's video I'll explain you exactly how I went from 0 to 50k in 1 month and how I will continue growing to 100k in 2 months. Take a pen and paper, let's go. First of all, I'm not interested in any shiny objects, highly edited videos, or something like that. I only state the truth. If you can't stand it or have a dopaminergic fried brain, then you are not able to scale a company anyway. So then go away and watch another Mr. Beast video, Iman Ghazi video that actually doesn't make you any money. So if you're here, hey guys. So now the real people are only here, and let's talk about business. I cracked the code, but it was, yeah, how I do it again. Yeah, I'm in business for 4 years, and obviously, in the beginning stage, maybe you are currently in it, or you are or you have a company that is making 20k. We tried out stuff, we tried out crypto, ecom, info, whatever. I actually had a course with 100 videos, and I haven't sell client. So just think about it, how much time it did take me to record and edit these 100 videos, and I have actually resourced with 2,000 pages of handwritten PDFs in the age of 18 after school. So insane. But at one point, we understand that actually not that deep, and it is actually harder to fall, no, to not fall for something shiny than to do the right thing. Because every single entrepreneur on this planet knows, or especially info entrepreneur, if, by the way, I'm going to 100k a month with a service business, coaching service business. And after that, we'll scale it to 1 million with a mil a month with an info business. So that's how I do this. And in essence, it is not that much. And the problem is, we think as entrepreneurs or as people who kind of want to build this big business and want to be in the top 0.001% of earners, we think needs there need to be more than that. For example, if you want to earn legit, if you want to earn 10k a month and just make 100 cold calls a day and convert at a rate of, I don't know, 15%, and you are good, you never need to work at a 9 to 5. That's it. You write messages, you have sales goals, and you hopefully convert or hopefully deliver your service. That's it. But we as people think it is so complicated. But what you need to understand is these 10k a month, 100k a month numbers. These are not big money numbers. Think about this. There are people working a 9 to 5 who earn 10k a month. And don't get me wrong, there are engineers or devs at Apple and Google who earn 100,000, millions a year. They have to do fucking work, okay? But there are literally accountants who earn 4k a month or something. 4k, okay? And you know what they do the whole day? Responding to some messages, talking with their co-workers, grabbing a coffee, doing some spreadsheet work, and going home after 8 hours. Do this 5 times a week, and then you're good to go. And then now think what 10k are in comparison to this. Obviously, it is only calling a bunch of people, converting them, and then delivering. It's not more than that. Okay? 100k is also not that deep. I have to do content, for the long term. This year will pay off in 2 years or 3. Cold calls and cold DMs and paid ads through multiple channels, so I get the input, have the right sales pipeline, have a pre-done onboarding system so I don't have to do it manually on my own, and then have to deliver it. But we always think that there is something more to it because so few people have it. But I can tell you something from experience, and I'm back in my game. I had 2 horrible months. The December and January were horrible. I got ripped off by my business partner, lost 60K, literally did nothing besides playing Marvel Rivals, playing Rainbow Six Siege, watching Twitch, and doing some nasty shit, and pretending to be an entrepreneur. So I did not quit, but I only pretend. I earned nothing. And now I'm back and I understand that most people know what to do, but they are fucking lazy and don't want to do it. And I'm building so fast because I'm obviously not lazy and I have the urge to do it. I would rather die than not hitting the goal legitimately. If I don't hit 100K a month, I don't know, this year, or if I don't collect 1 mil in my bank profit next year, I will literally, I don't know, kill myself for real. And when you have this conviction and not only this yapping stuff and saying, oh yeah, boy, let's build this business, then you actually do this and then you actually can work. In this industry, it is so fucked up. A lot of people are ambitious and they do stuff for a week or two and then they stop and that's it. Or they actually only tell everyone to do it. But my god, just do the work. Is it that hard to just work? My god, it is pain. Isn't it painful to just say to everyone you are an entrepreneur for 5 years and then never ever going to do that? This is fucking hilarious. And I do this at the age of 20, by the way. Obviously, I have 4 years of experience because I got conscious at the age of 16 and immediately understood this shit. Not that I immediately understood it, but I had this intent in my head to learn about that stuff. So I can grow very fast. But we as human beings, we try to overcomplicate shit that hard. And I don't understand why. I literally don't understand why. You might click on this video and maybe you're gone. And you thought you will get another shiny framework and object. But literally, I can show this to you. That is exactly the framework. Yeah. This is the framework. You need to have Instagram, Instagram, cold calls, YouTube, then you channel it towards sales, onboarding, delivery, results, and here you can see what people you need. Cutter, setter, closer. I do the content and I do the delivery. Okay? And systemize is a result and onboarding. And obviously the rest as well, but this is completely automated. And this is stuff for recording, so I have to record 3 videos after this. It's that easy. And now you might think, fuck this guy. It is not easy. I do that shit. I'm not earning that much money. And then I say, fuck you, because you are not doing that shit. Tell me someone actually posts 1 YouTube video a day. I do 4 a week, sorry for that. 2 Instagrams a day on niche specific topic and 200 cold emails or cold calls or cold DMs a day. You can't make 50K a month for 2 years. No one. And you need to track it. And you need to have a tracker. But it is so simple. Just put out a spreadsheet, have 1 line for YouTube, have 1 line for cold DMs, have 1 line for YouTube, and then name it consistency spreadsheet and then do it. And I'm sorry that I'm talking to you like you're a coward, but probably you aren't because you're watching this. And most of the time you're talking to the wrong audience when you have such important topics, but I appreciate you by the way that you're watching this. It is so easy. Legitimately, it is so easy. And if you want, I can explain the other topics to you. For example, what I do. I'm I'm right now. I'm trying to target online entrepreneurs, most of the time coaches, consultants, agency owners who are in between 3 to 100k a month. With this video, for example, I need to have a right thumbnail, right title, obviously, because I want you to hopefully after 2 years of watching me every single day and getting value from me, booking a call, and come on and going through my program. That's why I do that. Instagram doesn't need to be that valuable. I actually found out that no one converts over Instagram. No one writes you, oh hell yeah, I need your service by just a Instagram reel. It's not going to happen. It might happen sometimes, but it's not worth the time to only do this Instagram stuff because people get familiar with you. They see you every single day. So maybe do just a quote or just a short video about some very curious topic. And with the cold DMs and the ads are predictable. You can run them, you can host them, you can track them, you can reference, you can pull the whole cause and effect chain. Cold DMs as well. There are more nuances to it. There are a lot of videos about that on YouTube. If you don't want to watch YouTube videos about that, I do it all for you. I literally teach. I let you hold you by your hand, and we go together to the 100k month. That is what I do with you, guaranteed. That's in 6 months, and that's absolutely possible. Yeah, that's it. I thought that video would be longer, but I have nothing more to say about this topic. The only idea or the only title I have here is how I went from 0 to 50k in 1 month. That is what my script is. And I thought I could talk more about it, but there is actually no more about it. Obviously, you need to have a great mindset and be the person who can. But that actually builds up while you do this. You need to have your few videos about mindset that you rewatch and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch, or your book that you read and reread and reread, because they channel positive feedback loops. But that's it when it comes to mindset. And you always need to remind yourself about this when you are on low. You need to watch mindset videos to go back up. So I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this. Genuinely, thank you. Bye bye.